Hi, I wanted to take just a few minutes to go over your SMART goal plan reflection so that you know what I'm asking you to do. So, as we learned last week, time management has been reported by Valencia students as being the number one barrier to those students' success. So, this semester, I really want to work with you to build good habits that will help you to manage your time so that you can be as successful as possible this semester. So, this page is going to ask you to do a few things. First, you're going to review the growth mindset and SMART goals resource page. So when this comes up, you will be able to um, see what it has to say about growth mindset and SMART goals. So it talks about the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. We generally want to move from being fixed minded to growth minded so that we can optimize our beliefs that skills can be learned and you can grow as you're building those skills. We want to put more focus on the process of getting better rather than previous outcomes or how you performed in a previous situation or even in the current situation. So let's say you write a paper and it didn't go as well as you had hoped. With a fixed mindset, you might be looking at this is what I did wrong. A growth mindset will say, well, this is what went well. This is where I would like to improve. And then I'm going to take actions to make those improvements so that I'm working toward my goal of doing better. So you can kind of go through and look at each of these fixed mindset and growth mindset ideas. I've also included several videos for you to think about how you can improve on things, success through effort, and then an introduction into metacognition, which is where we think about our thinking. And if we really think about how we look at the world and how we do things, then it gives us the opportunity to better understand ourselves and then make changes to improve. Additionally, you are going to look at SMART goals because you're going to write your very own SMART goal for time management. And a SMART goal has 5 basic characteristics. It's specific, it targets a very specific area of improvement, it's measurable, so you're able to track your progress, it's attainable, so it's something that you can, in fact, accomplish. It's relevant, so it pertains to something in your life currently, and it's time oriented. You have a deadline that is not open ended. All right. So after looking at that page, you will then go to the next link, which is tools and strategies. And you're going to choose one of these tools or strategies to help you achieve your SMART goal. And this is going to be related to time management. So I provided you a variety of links to different strategies you can use to better manage your time. So there's a writing assignment calculator. There's how to create a study plan, how to create a productive study work environment. The Pomodoro techniques here, a to-do list, how to use those effectively is here. How to use time mapping effectively is here. How to single task, how to use a calendar, the 1-3-5 rule. So you will look through each of these links because each one is a little bit different, in some cases very different than the other, and determine which one you think will work best for you. And then you will go back to the assignment page. And on the assignment page, we're going to be asked 4 questions. As you recall, with the SMART goal, there's 5 characteristics. Time oriented is the 5th one. I want to draw your attention to this now that number 5 has already been determined for you. You are going to use the strategy that you choose, and you are going to implement it weekly. And later on in the course, I'll check in on your progress. And at the end of the course, you will be expected to tell me about your progress. Here's the thing. With this, I want you to be as thoughtful and mindful of yourself as possible. Understanding, when you're choosing which strategy to use to improve your time management, choose something that you are likely to follow. If you have used to-do lists forever and ever, or a planner or calendar forever and ever, and you're still not using it properly, maybe try a different technique. Maybe that doesn't work for you. So maybe you look at the Pomodoro technique or the 1-3-5 technique, or creating a space that's conducive to being productive. Whatever the case may be, really think about yourself Use those metacognition skills. Think about yourself, what you've done in the past, and how that can inform what you choose to do in the future. Once you've selected the tool you're going to use, you're going to answer these 4 questions. First, specific. What exactly do you want to do to address time management? This is where you are going to tell me which one of these tools you've chosen and why. Then, measurable. How will you track your progress? Are you going to check in week to week with yourself to say, yep, I've followed my planner, or I've kept my workspace productive, or I'm using the 1-3-5 technique regularly? How are you going to track your progress? As a note, you will be asked to tell me later and show me how you tracked your progress later on in the semester. So I would encourage you to, kind of come up with something that works. And here's the thing. If you say, I'm going to do a weekly planner that works week by week, or I'm going to do a daily to-do list or a weekly to-do list, and you do really well in week 2 and in week 3 and in week 4, but then in week 5, you forget about it. In week 6, you forget about it. When it comes to a later assignment, just say, hey, I forgot. I didn't get to this. This is why, or this isn't working and this is why, or I've had to change this and this is why. So I want to make the point that sure, you are to be tracking your progress here. You're to be watching, are you managing your time properly using the tool that you have identified or not? But if you get into a situation later in the semester where I'm asking how you did, and you say, nope, I didn't implement this properly, or I started, but I fell off and then I restarted, I want to see your honesty, okay? Number 3, attainable. Is this realistic for you? What do you need to make this possible? This is what I was talking about before. You've tried using calendars or planners or to-do lists before and they didn't work. How much you need to change this to make it work for you? Are you trying something new? Is it realistic for your lifestyle? Really consider who you are and what you're doing. And then 4, relevance. How will this improve your time management and improve your success in the course? So here I'm asking you to say, okay, by doing this to-do list, or by using the 1-3-5 method, or by using the Pomodoro technique, I am going to be able to maximize my time on task. And by doing that, it's going to keep me from having this other problem that might be a barrier to your success in the course. So you're really wanting to think through what the relevance here. And again, as I mentioned before, the time-oriented piece is something that I'm going to be holding you accountable for at midterm, and then at the final part of the semester. I will try to remind you to be keeping track of your SMART goal, to keep track of how you're using your time management tool, but it won't be until weeks, I believe, 8 and 15 or 7 and 15 that I will check in with you officially on how you're doing. I hope this video helped, and if you have questions, let me know.